G'day YouTube, my name's Lance. Welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, the weather report. Look, it's lovely. It's 15 to 26 degrees C today. Nice and sunny. Yesterday we had showers in the morning, just little coastal showers, nothing much in them. And yeah, I was going to take young Arrow, grandson, down to the park riding bikes, but it was just too wet for that. So yeah, we just buggered around home here and had a bit of a tidy up and all that. But this morning, I've been going to do it for a week. This morning I'm going to spend a bit of time on the broom and give this shed a clean. Oh, it's bloody, yeah, it still looks like a bomb went off. I was going to do it last week, but last week just headed out, it turned out really hectic. It just got busy and all the things happening at work and catching up with stuff. And the new car turned up at work and we had to go and get delivery and bug around with that sort of thing. And actually I had to get them to drop it off in the end because I couldn't get over there to pick it up. And yeah, it's these new little cars, bloody amazing. It's a Hyundai Venue. We bought the bottom of the range thing. Yeah, just a little run around for the shop. Ross is officially our sales manager and that's his car. So if we need to call him in or something, that's done. And it'll do the post and all that sort of thing. But yeah, you just chuck your phone on the console and automatically charges, and then Bluetooth's, I think it's Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, one or the other, Bluetooth probably, or your Android Auto or your Auto Play, whatever they call it for Samsung. And yeah, you press the dash and it comes standard with bloody tyre pressure monitors and all this stuff. Anyway, look, it seems a lovely little car. I didn't bother driving it. Yeah, we got it delivered and I handed the keys to Ross and I was, oh, there you go, mate, just bloody sort that out. So anyway, that's worked out well. Actually, I did. I drove it from there to home. I went in without my ute on the Friday. Ross reckoned his missus is away at the moment, and yeah, he couldn't get anyone to drop him into town. He lives about 20-something k's out of town. And so I got Jude to drop me at work Friday, and yeah, then the car come and Ross says, I can do it now. I've got the young bloke organised. So I said, oh, well. So what happened was I said, all right, I'm going to have a drive of this car. I'll drive it home. So I drove it to my place with Ross in the passenger seat. And yeah, he drove it back. So it's his car now to use and for the company. And so that's all done. So that took a bit of time buggering around through the week. And then first week back at work, oh, there's stuff to do. Plenty of stuff. Yeah, Caleb, Sparex rep, he come up and that's usually a half day or more exercise, and that's fine. Have a yarn, have a catch up and find out all the gossip around town and what's going on, and works well. And yeah, so it was just a busy week, and as per usual I got absolutely jack shit done that I was going to do. And then my friend rang me from in town here, and I've been there in the past. I've shown you stuff I've got out of their shed in the past that they've let me have. And the old fella passed away and they have no value of anything in the shed. And the old fella was sort of a friend to me, and I'd tell you some stories about some stuff. And tractor fella. And so yeah, they said, oh, we got some stuff for you to come and have a look at. And if you don't want it, it's going to the tip. How often do you hear that? And I said, oh, look, don't do that. I'll come over. So I spent the entire Saturday morning there. Friday we did the car and the grandkids are here. Oh, the grandkids are here because young Freya with her heart surgery, yeah, some of the muscle in her heart's not growing properly. And pardon me, so in about a fortnight, the kids, Tim and Ellie, which is my young bloke and his missus, and Freya, they're heading to Brisbane this week on the Wednesday, and they're doing the preliminary tests, and they're trying to keep her away from coughs, colds. Like, she hasn't been at daycare for probably maybe a month. Anyway, some time. And so we've got the other grandkids, Airy and Arrow, living with us when it's Tim's turn, sort of thing. So they bloody wear you out. No wonder young people have kids, because they wear us old farts out. You wouldn't have it any other way, but God, they knock you around. And so yeah, Freya's got to have open heart surgery again, and so yeah, the kids are in Brisbane. Then when the surgery happens, look, possibly 4th of October may be a date, I'm not sure. That's if everything works. Well, then they'll be in Brisbane for a month in recovery at Ronald McDonald House. And so yeah, we're on kid duty, and that includes, we're on holidays at the moment till the end of this week, and daughter Adele's up minding them at the house at the moment, so I can get a bit done. And yeah, so we'll have the kids for the next month or so on Tim's week. So that means picking them up from school and getting them to school and getting them to gymnastics and all that. So, and spending every second weekend they'll be here. So Poppy doesn't get much done in the shed when that happens. Like this weekend, we've had them this weekend, and we'll have them until I think Wednesday morning or something like that. And so yeah, that keeps us going. Young Freya, she was out here for a yarn, and the Bundy Bear Shed shirt, Ellie had one of them on, and she's pointing to that, oh, Poppy. And I haven't had an awful lot to do with her, you know, just the usual, but she knew Poppy on the shirt anyway. But so yeah, she come out for a walk around, and the kids played tag and all that, but you're not allowed to give her a cuddle or a kiss or anything like that just at the moment, just in case you got some little disease and it puts her heart surgery off. So so put a little bugger over her life over the next, I'm not sure the exact thing, but she's going to have this operation now at 18 months, and then perhaps in 2 or 3 or 4 years there may be another one, and it may be ongoing until she's fully grown. So she's going to have a bit of a a bit of a zipper. And she's got little scars there now, so she's going to have some more. So hopefully that all goes well. Everyone's as you can understand, everyone's a bit concerned, but yeah, it should be going well. So yeah, Grandma and Poppy, we're on kid duty, so yeah, that'll sort us out. I went to bed last night, and we hopped up this morning. Jude made a cuppa, and we're just sitting there, and we said, isn't it nice and quiet? You know, the kids aren't out of bed yet. Because when they're up, the TV's on, and oh, Barry, I've been meaning to get onto your stuff, Barry, and watch your final drive assembly and all that, but you got kids on the TV, and I usually sit back on the telly and put it on the telly, but yeah, the kids are watching shows and buggering around. I'll get to it. I don't know bloody when. I might, but I might have to put it on at work. Yeah, just so I can get through it. But anyway, they keep you hopping anyway. And young Arrow's never been keen on riding a bike because he always had to ride hand-me-down girls' bikes. And our friend Sal sent us a message about a blue bike from the op shop, I think it was, for $12, and we said just get it. Well, he's got this blue bike. It's an old second-hand one. I pulled all the bits and pieces that were buggered off it and greased the chain up and all that. Well, he loves this bike, and the deal was when he learnt to ride a bike properly, I'd take him into Toy World or somewhere and we'd buy a bike for him, a brand new bike, but he had to learn to ride one first. So Friday we went down Sandy Hook and round and round and round, and I said, do you reckon we go home and see Grandma now? No, stay here. So we probably did 2 hours around and round in circles, and he's really got the hang of it, getting going on his own. And this little bike's got a torn seat, and I said, well, you know, what do you reckon? Yeah, remember we were talking about we go and get a brand new bike if you learnt to ride one, and you've shown us that. And he said, no, I like this one, Poppy. And I said, oh, all right then, bargain. And I said, well, it's got a split in the seat there. I said, how about we go and we'll just buy a seat and put on it? And he said, no, I just like it how it is. And I said, all right then. And Poppy got out easy. So we'll see. But back to going into town and helping to clean this shed out. I come home with a heap of stuff. I made sure I paid for it. There's a few little engines. There's a little Moffat Virtue engine which I've moved on to Nicole's bloke. There's a heap of, those who watch on Facebook will know that I was polishing cans, and these old 1 quart SO cans and 1 pound grease tins, and the golden fleece, they're sought after little ones. Ampol and Valvoline, And there's a heap of 1 gallon fuel tins too, and they were just going to give them to me. And I said, oh no, they're worth something. I said, I don't really know what they're worth, but they're worth something. And I said, I probably won't sell them right away, but later on I'll probably hock them off, as long as you're happy with that. And they said, yeah, as long as someone can get them that can use them, they're happy. So I gave them some money for them. So deal done. And I got some bloody treasures. Bit excited. They had I'll just turn sideways so I can see my bench a little bit. They had there's a Massey Ferguson. That's an Australian edition, Massey Ferguson LED light, work light. And that thing is bright as bright. So I had an opportunity to get one of them. So just because I had Massey Ferguson on it, I bought one. I need another light, like I need another hole in the head, but anyway, I got it, but, oh shit. Yeah, so all these books, I'll just pick these up. I don't like them on the floor. But yeah, all these books, like he was an old Fergie man, the old fella, and that's why we got on. But yeah, they said, have a look in that box. If you want anything in there, you can have it. If not, we'll just chuck it straight in the wheelie bin. And I said, all right. So of course it come home. There's a Fergie diesel tractor instruction book, so TEF20 book. The interesting thing was in that, there's a diesel oil engine instruction books. So I'm not sure I've seen that before. Yeah, letters from the companies, and there's a copy of a job card, and it says conversion of a Fordson loader to a Massey Ferguson 65, and it cost £17.5. So to do that, yeah, TEF20 operators maintenance guide. Vaporising oil engine maintenance guide. Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. I thought this was interesting too. The CAV injection pump. Yeah, type DPA pump instruction book. So I'll probably scan that and get it on one of the websites. Yeah, BP service logs. Oh, Simpson washing machine book. Well, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Fordson Dexter operators log. Yeah, a few more Massey Ferguson, like 35 tractor instruction book, 735 loader book, 35 instruction book. That's a 23C book. 23C instruction book. So, and that's why me and the old bloke got on. He was a tractor bloke through and through. Here's a brochure from in the past. See your local Massey dealer for all the points, shears and discs. And it tells you all the models of discs and all the different sort of points and all that would have went with that. I've never seen that before. Yeah, Farm All A and Super AV book. I do have the cover here for that, so it's a delivery report, and that's the operator's book. Yeah, and that AV will probably suit the Farm All 100 I have up the other end there. These are interesting, like Massey Ferguson 61 cane harvester. Now they're a locally made Bundaberg machine, and that one went on a 165, and then the 515 cane harvester, it went on the side of the Massey 65. So they're interesting things. I'm not sure if the Massey Ferguson historian would have them. If not, we'll try and get a scanned copy over to him. And with compliments of your Massey Ferguson dealer, a 1959 calendar. So yeah, Burnett Land and Machinery, and yeah, just a calendar. Airs, rock and things like that in it. Yeah, this sort of stuff we probably we got to look for somewhere to put it, to donate it. I have a mate that's got a bit of a museum going on, but some of it I'm thinking I might give to the Fergie Club, the Harry Ferguson Tractor Club. We'll just see. No promises either way. How's this for a pin punch? That's got to be 7, 8 or bigger, maybe. I haven't looked yet. And whilst I'm up and about, there's a blacksmith made pry bar. And if I didn't take that, it was going in the scrap metal bin. I said, oh, that's blacksmith made. They said, well, put it in your ute or it's going in the bin. I said, all right. Now that's got to be a plough spanner. It's got A 5099 on it. And you can see that logo there. I haven't bothered looking yet on what it might fit. But I reckon it's a plough spanner. Hadn't got International Harvester on it or that. And I think the Fergie plough spanners, I'll have to check, but the Fergie plough spanners had an end on them. But look, I wouldn't be sure. And yeah, Sutton or a P&N die holder. It needs doing up. You know, it's a bit rusty and seized, but these good quality old things, they're well worth saving. But yeah, they weren't interested in keeping that. And this old jigger. Now this is a pipe threading head. And I was looking at it and they said, you want it? And I said, what are we going to do with that? I don't know. We don't want to use the bloody thing. And yeah, it's a bit seized up and things like that, but it's certainly easy enough to make it work. And you've got the thread chasers in here. If I can show you that, yeah, thread chasers. Then in here, you adjust this handle around and that adjusts the guides for the pipe. So I've had that in the parts washer. Just trying, it has freed up a little bit. So I've had that in the parts washer. I'll just shift these cans for a second. And we picked up a Sutton P&N tap and die set that's done very little work. These cans, like including the petrol cans, would be 20 or 30 little cans. And I'm going to move them on. I'm going to sell some of them. I've also got proper tin, KLG spark plug tins and all that sort of thing. 3 different sorts. But I bought this fella. And so you can see the P&N logo up there. And that's a full tap and die set, still in the box. Look, if it's been used, it's very little. All the dies have the guides on them for the bolts still. The good old hand pieces. That's the old type clamp hand piece. This would be getting on this thing. It'll be quite old. So I bought that off them. It's Whitworth and NF. So that was a nice little gift. Oh, no. I probably had that leaning against that. It was a nice thing to have. I bought that because they said, oh, are you interested in taps and dies? And I said, oh, shit, yeah. And so they want me to go back in about another 5 or 6 weeks and work on the next shed. They've got to shift stuff out of one. The garage, it was full with all the grease tins and all that, and oil pots. They've got it cleared now, so the lady can get her car in there, and they're actually opening the big wooden doors on it. They're putting a roller door in there and getting power across for her. So they're getting that sorted out. Then we're going up to the other shed, and I helped them clean that out before, but we're going to move stuff across from there, and they reckon there's heaps of taps and dies and all that sort of stuff over the back. He's got kits over the back there. So I said, well, yeah, I'm a bit of a sucker for a tap and die set. We'll see how we go. Then they pulled out this blue box and they said, "You interested in that at all?" And I said, "Oh, what is it?" And they said, "Oh, it's a bloody socket set the old fella had tucked away. We don't even think it's been used." So I'll just grab it. So that says Dowie Dat, and it's a 3/4 drive socket set. It still has all the sockets in the cardboard. And look, if it's ever been used, it's very minimally, and it's of the old era. There's a few hand marks, so it must have been used. It's got the old ratchet that you bang it through to go the other way. So how old's that? But yeah, look, in perfect condition. Like, still got the sockets. Yeah, got the cardboard on the sockets, and yeah, they just don't look used. So yeah, that was good. They had no interest in it, and they said, "Well, no, if you want to buy it." So I gave them a price, and they said, "Yeah, take the bloody thing with you." So I did. And so that's enough of that. So yeah, I've had a bit of a. It was an interesting Saturday, and they love it that you come around and put an extra set of eyes on things, and then they say, "Is this worth anything?" And I can say, "Yeah, no, whatever." We've put a heap of oil cans together in a bundle. They've got a heap of hand saws of different kinds. Other stuff. But yeah, I said, "Look, I'll come and help them again. I'll give them another Saturday morning, and we'll try and sort all that out." We must be getting to the end of it soon. But anyway, look, it's just nice that they think of us, and they're happy for us to come and give them a hand. So yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, what's happening is, there was an old engine, and they wanted to know that I want an old engine. It's a Moffat Virtue, but it's got the magneto missing and the carby missing. And I said, I don't know. And they said, "Just put it in your bloody ute." They said, "Get it out of here." They said, "If you don't take it, we're taking it all to the scrappy." And then there's an old compressor, and I'll take you for a little walk shortly and show you that. But yeah, Nicole's bloke's taken the engine. He's been looking for a head and a block, and yeah. So I said, "Well," he said, "Oh, would I sell the head and the block?" I said, "No, but you can have the engine." And I said, "A bargain basement, it's like dollar store here." Yeah, I said, for the same money, you actually get the compressor that come with it. So that's out of here. Jude and I have been having a bit of a pardon me. Jude and I have been having a bit of a yarn about what we've got in the shed, and my age and what we keep and what we're selling and all that sort of thing. And I'm 63, and I've got what did we work out? About 9 tractors ahead to restore, something like that. And we're actually running out of a bit of room in here. So over the weekend, the Bedford truck that I bought, I sold that. It's one of those things, I looked at it and I thought, well, I haven't got time to do the tractor stuff, which is what I really enjoy doing. Taking the truck on and putting another $5,000 into the truck, or 6,000 into the truck, or whatever it might be, just to get it roadworthy to drive around with a big grin. I was having trouble getting interested in working on it. I bled the brakes and all that on the weekend and got all them working. And yeah, we just decided, well, it's taken up room. If I'm not that keen on it, there's no sense in sitting it here for 5 or 6, 10 years and then deciding to sell it. We may as well just move it on. So we sold that yesterday. It's actually going up to Cairns to become a beer truck. The people I sold it to, they have Bedford trucks. They have a couple of them, and you open the side up and it's a bar, and you can go to parties and things like that and use it as a bar, an old Bedford truck. And they've got a couple of bigger ones, and they wanted a little one, so there's no rust in it that I can find. yeah, mechanically it's going to need brakes and the clutch sticks a bit. It's going to have the gearbox pulled out, but I put all that in the ad. But look, it went quickly. I could have sold it. It must have been too cheap. The missus reckons you must have sold it too cheap. And I said, well, perhaps I did, but you know, these people are enjoying it. They'll be they'll be right. And yes, one bloke come in, oh, I'll give you $5,000 cash now. And I said, no. And another bloke come and had a look, and he said, oh, the price you're asking, he says, it'll cost me that again probably to bloody get it roadworthy and registered and all that. And I said, that's old trucks, mate. Yeah, so he left it. And but yeah, then I got people messaging me, sold, because I put it on the Bedford page now. Sold, we tried to contact you straight away. You need to contact me and cancel the sale. And I thought, oh, you can get stuff, mate. So we've done a deal. They've paid a deposit. It's up to them to transport it, but I'll help them. You know, we've got a loading ramp here and things like that, so we can help them with loading it to get it to Cairns to become a beer truck. So yeah, the Bedford's out of the shed, so that's something interesting. And I just got to have a look at the camera for a bit. We're coming to our limit.